Good morning and happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. So last week I did not do a video. I just sent you a quick message that said, go vote. And here we are a week later. And thank goodness the election is over and we can now move on. Talking about politics feels dangerous these days. And as you can see from the poll results, that's because the country is divided. And so it feels like everybody's against one another. However, we are all on the same ship, no matter what. And so we're just going to need to carry forward, and we're just going to have to pay attention and really pay attention and watch and see what happens. Mostly because government is responsible for policy, and policy affects banking, it affects laws, it affects all kinds of different things. And at the end of the day, ends up impacting the economy, and it ends up impacting rates and the housing market. So it does trickle down eventually. Usually policies take 3 years for it to take into effect, and it takes a country about 7 years before everybody starts to feel it. And that's why 9-10 years into the Liberal government, we are where we are, because we are in full effect of all of those policies. This, when we talk about it, it sounds like doom and gloom. And that's the part that I want to sort of have a shift in, because there's also a lot of opportunities. In 2008, after the financial crisis, a real estate agent said to me, there's like this triplex that's available. And I went to go take a look at it, and oh my goodness, there was an opportunity. So I believe that with the current market conditions that we're in, and that we're going to continue to be in, and that we will be facing as Canadians over the next several years, I also believe that for those that are going to be ready, there will be opportunities to arise. And I think that it is, there's a window, because at some point, if rates do continue to come down, and I think it'll be a little slower than it was, giving the US some time to catch up with their real numbers coming in. If that continues to happen and there's a devaluation of our dollar, which we all see has been happening, then that means, and there's no housing. Apparently new build homes are at a 50-year low at the moment, which is terrifying, because that will turn into a crisis at some point. This means that the values of properties eventually will go up. So if you're looking to buy, now's that great little time, and rates are relatively low. Waiting for them to become 0.5% lower doesn't really make sense at this point in time. But my message really is that no matter what's happening, we cannot control who's in charge and what's happening. It's pretty much done at this point in time. Now it's a matter of how do we prepare our own personal affairs, and how do we be responsible. And I've been doing that for the last 27 years, and I continue to do it. But I'm just passionate about making sure that people's voices get heard. And so, the next step would be one person at a time. So short and sweet. Have yourselves a great week. Thank you for listening to me every week. And whether you agree, disagree, the whole point is to have conversations and engagement. And really, it's the only way that we could probably start to unite as a country, as opposed to being divided, right? When we start to sit down at the table. And this is what my hope is going forward. But in the meanwhile, I'm just going to continue to work with one family at a time, one referral at a time, and change people's lives one family at a time. So have yourselves a great week. Until next week, be well. Take care.